7 minutes, yeah. 7 minutes in motion of the resolution. Here. All right, so Paul McCartney once said, "The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated." Ha, ha, ha. That's actually Mark Twain quote, I think. Now, when we first looked at this resolution, we thought, no duh, this is a fact resolution. And then we thought again, because a fact resolution, we believe in today's debate round, would be undoubtedly boring and dull. So we decided to define this as a metaphor for a few reasons. We've done this as a metaphor for three specific reasons. Number one, we believe it provides a better debate for today, and for a better debate for you guys and for ourselves. Secondly, we give that it provides more negative ground, more opposition ground. When we provide only conspiracy theory versus fact, we believe that fact would win out in that case. Now, if they want to bring up conspiracy theory, be my guest. I'd love to debate that. I'm sure Spencer would love to debate that too. He's like your reigning champ of conspiracy theory, okay? So let's look at our standards then for why this is a metaphor. Now, what is our I guess interpretation of this metaphor? We believe that Sir Paul McCartney is dead, meaning that the music that he fostered and the traditions that he fostered, we believe, no longer have sway in today's culture. No longer sit down, I don't want to talk to you. No longer have any kind of influence in today's culture. And this is with two standards we use: popularity and publication. Two P's: popularity and publication. And we define popularity and publication in today's world, the world of today, the music world of today.
Yeah, what are those standards?
I just said.
No, not the standards that he set, the practices, what are they?
The practices, we believe, he set a old style of rock that proceeded to be built upon by future artists, and we believe he set he was a pop culture icon, kind of like Bruce Lee or like Madonna. Essentially, he was a pop culture icon. So we believe he set certain standards that pop culture icons set. They set standards of lifestyle, but we are going to focus on the music because that was where the Beatles were influential. Now, you can get up here and say the round is about Paul McCartney, but the Beatles were so awesome that if you try to tell me not to talk about the Beatles, so help me, I will put you down, okay? So we're going to talk about the Beatles in conjunction with Paul McCartney because they were inseparable, okay? And we believe Paul McCartney is awesome too. So we're going to go over basically three contentions today. We're going to go over the pragmatism of why he's dead, and then of why his style of music is dead. Then we're going to go over the philosophical reasons for why he's dead. But before we do that, because I love the Beatles so much, and because I love Paul McCartney so much, let's take 5 seconds of silence to honor our fallen comrades. Okay, that was really awkward, but funny. All right, now let's go to the style of music, essentially. The style of music, we believe, that is classic rock, that he initiated. They initiated the second phase of Elvis. It was the Elvis 2.0, if we could say that. We believe that classic rock has fallen from glory. That's our first contention underneath, basically, the classic rock that they instigated. So our first contention can be titled classic rock. The subwin underneath that can be tagged, it's fallen from glory, okay? Now, why is it fallen from glory? And we'll go into that in our second contention about how pop is the new Beatles. So we believe it's fallen from glory, and we're going to prove that later. So that's our claim, essentially. The work comes after that. Second, we believe that they created a new subculture, therefore invalidating their own culture of classic rock. They created a new subculture of rock that built upon itself and led to the best music era of all time, the 80s. Can I get an amen? Okay, fine. No, you guys suck. Okay. Well, we believe that since he created something other than it was, since he created a style of music other than his own, it thereby invalidated the very music that he created, which means Sir Paul McCartney is dead. His music is dead. What he created is dead because we've moved on. We've built on that. We incorporated it kind of like, a white blood cell incorporates a bad amoeba. We incorporated that. Yes?
You would agree with me, though, that, 30 seconds ago you said he built on Elvis. He was Elvis 2.0, yes?
Yes. And that's why we believe that Elvis is dead, too. He's not a grocery shopper in Beverly Hills like some people would contend. That's a conspiracy theory, too. We believe what Elvis built is dead as far as his style of music. Now, you can go back and relive Elvis' style of music by listening to his music, the same as you can go back and relive moments with a friend that has died by looking at pictures. It's the same thing. You can relive that by listening to the music, but that doesn't mean that it's still living. What it means is it's died. So then let's go on to pop is the new Beatles. We believe that times change, metaphorically and physically. There never really can be a present moment because as soon as you mention the fact that it's present, it's a past moment. And we believe the same thing is with music, which leads me to my first subpoint, essentially, that music has life, okay? Music is mortal.
Just like, it's kind of like the music circle of life. Like the song in The Lion King, Circle of Life, that has an ending, same as music has an ending. Last POI.
Okay, I'm so confused. Is Mozart dead just because he's not the thing that everyone listens to today?
Okay, physically, yes, we believe Mozart is dead. Now, okay, now listen to this explanation. Listen to this explanation because it makes a lot of sense, okay? Duh. Now, classical music has not ever really been changed as much as classic rock has. Classical music has had different directors and different producers, if you will, different performers, but it's still classical music. Rock is rock, yes, but it branched off. After Elvis created the rock revolution, it branched off into so many subcategories and eventually created pop, and pop replaced rock, so that now, with our two standards of popularity and publication, we believe that Sir Paul McCartney is dead. Now, let's go into my second subpoint under the pop is the new Beatles. And that was, I mentioned it earlier, basically music is mortal, okay? Everything has a life and death. We believe that Paul McCartney's, I guess, kind of enlightenment that he created with the guitar is essentially dead. Now, we don't disagree with it. Just because it's dead doesn't mean it's not awesome. The Beatles are one of my favorite bands. They were one of the first bands in history to get to the 10,000 hour rule. They played in Germany for over 15,000 hours as a band before they ever came to America, which leads people to believe they're one of the best live performing bands ever in history because they played so much together as a team. Now, they did have some trouble. About 3 months before they broke up, they said we're more popular than Jesus Christ. That's not cool, okay? And I think that's why they broke up probably 3 months later. Not saying that has anything to do with it, but they had their problems. So Paul McCartney is someone that I love. He's a lead singer and a guitarist who led songs like Ain't She Sweet and Hey Jude, some of the best songs of all time. Love those songs. They're some of my favorite songs. But just because we can go back and listen to it doesn't mean that that era of music is not dead. So with the remaining time, I'd like to present you my last contention, and it's the most final contention in today's debate round that I believe we should carry through to the end of the round. That Sir Paul McCartney is dead in every sense of the word. He's dead metaphorically, he's dead physically, and the philosophy that he created through rock music, we believe, has been not only replaced by newer pop, by newer publication, and by newer popularity, but we also believe that it's dead simply because it's been over for quite a while. Thank you.